This is a pen. What I'm gonna do with it, I don't know, I picked it up off the floor, but my name is Leon, and I will be running for student principal of 2024. Now, before I tell you about my manifestos, I would actually like to acknowledge the school for what they've done. You see, what they've actually achieved here, it's not all that bad. Like, look, you're in year 9. Maybe you think, oh, school is terrible. It's so much of a change. But seriously, like, you've got so many extracurriculars running. It's quite great. But I think that together, as a community, everyone in this hall, we can make Sydney Russell great. We can make it truly outstanding. Now, for my first point, I would like to mention the homework system we have in place currently. Who here thinks that sometimes homework can get overwhelming? Yeah, a few shy hands. Well, it's not just you. It's pretty much everyone in this school. It can be stressful, alarming, just quite strict in terms of deadline. I plan to change that. Here's how. I want to introduce a policy where homework has to be set to at least 2 weeks to allow you to, well, decrease in stress and overall pressure and increase in grades, because you'll be encouraged to have that independent study moment where you want to study the subjects you think that would be best for you, don't you think? Second of all, I would like to mention the current reward system we have. Now, look, we've got house points. They're pretty all right, but I think we could do better. You know how? It just kind of feels as if, well, I don't want a certificate. Do you? I mean, if you want a certificate, you can just say so, but I think I'm speaking for the whole school here. The rewards are not enough. I feel as if more Q-skip passes should be given out, more chocolates, sweets, possibly even vouchers to Nando's, JD, Amazon, anywhere you'd like. Now, to the part where I actually do that, I want to introduce a leaderboard for teachers where they can track the amount of house points that they earn themselves, which will therefore increase competitiveness between teachers and incentivize them to give out more house points, which leads to more rewards. Now, for my final point, I would like to mention historical occasions. Now, what do I mean by this? Take example, Culture Day. You guys know about Culture Day. It's a very big day with festivities, music, clothing. It's all so grand. I think that we could transfer everything from Culture Day into historical occasions, like Remembrance Day, where we dress up in green, navy, or khaki to commemorate the soldiers who fought for us. Now, in conclusion, I would like to leave you off with this. If you want change to happen, there's 3 steps. A pen to write with, a paper to write on, and a voter to vote for. Vote for me.
Hello everyone, I hope your day is going well, and if not, I hope it gets better. Now, do you believe that your voice is hidden? Do you believe that you are capable of being leaders? Do you find yourself not being able to interact with the student council as much? Well, look no further, because my student suggestions will allow for all of you to give your ideas to us, so we will forward it towards the staff to consider. So all of you will innovate and you will be in power of change. Go wild with the ideas. Well, what about the leadership that I promised to implement? Well, don't worry, because I will assure that the idea makers of this school will be given the opportunity to be in lead of these ideas. So then there will be a lot more cooperation between you all. And if you want to help someone with an idea, you can request the leadership via a leadership request form. So you guys are more cooperative with one another, as I just said before. Well, what about the areas of the school that I said I was going to change? Fear not, everyone, because I have found many places which are uninterrupted and empty that I believe you will enjoy the vibrance of. Now, what about the connections between the students and the teachers? Well, I have a plan for this. Via an event request form, all of you will be able to give your ideas for events, and if you get your idea accepted, teachers will be able to help you with planning these events and also helping with arrangements as well for timing, so that you and the teachers are more connected with one another. Go out wild with the ideas. I know all of you have some. No one will stop you. Now, one more thing. Can I have a show of hands if you believe in yourself, mentally and physically? Not that many people? That doesn't matter, because if you're confident or if you're not confident, I've been in this scenario before. I know how it feels to be in your case. Let me be your guiding light. I know it sounds like a lot, but trust me, it will pay off in the end, with university and with A-levels. This is all I propose to you.
Do you guys want change? Well, as your next student principal, I want to make that happen. I want you guys to make that happen. I want to give you guys that freedom to go out there, make clubs, make communities, create new things within the school, because you're the next generation of Sydney Russell. In a year's time, I'm going to be out of this place. I want to pass over the torch to you guys to create new things within the school. I can see you're the next generation. You have so many wonderful ideas coming in, which I want to pass on to you. Additionally, throughout my time, even just in life, I feel like I've been born to be a leader. During my time, football, basketball, I've always been the captain of my team, which just inspire people. I want to inspire you guys to be like me. In a few years' time, you're going to be in sixth form college. I want you guys to take on opportunities like this, which I want to play with you now. Well, ultimately, with school, everything stems down to academics. With Opidon, a charity, I'll be working to create a new mentorship program. Students in year 13 and 12 will help you guys, mentor you guys as students for your upcoming TAs and assessments, pass down resources to you guys to improve you with your following assessments. I want you guys to view me as a friend, view the mentors as friends, rather than just a student principal or a year older. I want you guys to speak to me. I want you guys to bring me out your ideas. I want you guys to view me just as a friend rather than just a student principal. With academics also comes mental health. In my opinion, throughout my time, I've been through a lot. At home, during school, which I don't want you guys to feel the fear of speaking out, rather than just not to be a teacher, but these mentors, people like me. We want to help you guys. We've been through the same obstacles that you have been. We want to help you guys ultimately. Without us, you guys won't have the opportunity to overcome these obstacles. In my opinion, which I believe will help you guys. With this, you might feel the stress of school. One way you can get out of it is extracurriculars. Throughout my time, I've been a part of many different extracurricular programs. The elite sports group, the football team, the basketball team, where I've learned things where you won't learn in classrooms. I've learned teamwork, leadership, trust, all of these things you won't learn in stuff like English, science, maths. I want to bring to you guys. Also want you guys to create your own clubs, because ultimately, I want to bring freedom to you guys. I want to bring liberty. I want to bring things that in previous years it wouldn't happen. I want to give you guys that freedom. The torch is in your hands. I want to give you guys everything, which also stems down to diversity. Throughout my time in school, we've had some amazing culture days, which I want to bring back. Those interactive food courts, interactive performances, anything. I want you guys to feel free, speak out, do whatever you want for your faith. In this room here alone, there's many different sexualities, genders, backgrounds, and religions. I want you guys to feel free to speak out. I want you guys to learn about these things, because ultimately, that's what makes us a family. In this room alone, look to your left and right. These are your brothers and sisters. You've been together and will be together for the next 5 years. I want you guys to feel like a family. Ultimately, I have the power to make change. I want you guys to help me. Vote Justas for student principal.
Good morning, Year 9s. My name is Nasheeta, and I'm your female candidate this year for student principal. I didn't get all 8s and 9s in my GCSEs, and over the last 4 years, I've had 3 different counsellors. And I remember between each one thinking, I have to redo my work all over again, and I saw my progress go back rather than going forward. So why am I telling you this, Year 9s? It links to my first point. I want to implement our wellbeing practices more. Now, you've been here the last 3 years, you guys are grown. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, I'm going to give it to you as it is. We have mentors that are going to be trained today by Opiden in Year 12, and I believe in Year 13 as well, 3 hours today. 3 whole hours to help individuals in Sydney Russell. We have our amazing counselling group, but the thing is, Year 9s, it will never be enough. We cannot have somebody for every single student in this school. Now, we're always told the things that we can do to help our mental health, to help us cope, but we're never actually given the chance to implement it, to try. So what I want to implement this year is giving you that chance to try, to learn, to understand. Because the thing is, Year 9s, it's only going to get harder from here. And if we do have 2-week policies of extra lenience when it comes to homework, or making things easier for you now, in the longer term, you are going to struggle. You need to learn to cope, and you need to learn to be able to manage things. So what I'm suggesting is we have ways that we can actually implement this. Journaling, meditation, things that will actually help you ground yourselves and become the best versions of you. Be it in form time, be it in your civics lessons. But you need to have those skills, because I promise you, Year 9s, when you prioritize yourselves, your grades skyrocket. I made the mistake in my secondary life where I didn't do anything extracurricular till year 11. And I'm telling you, that is when I saw my grades at their highest. Year 9s, I believe one of the biggest truths that you will ever hear in life is the best person who can help you is yourselves. You need to push yourselves, because I promise you, when you do, you will see the greatest success. Now, in Sydney Russell, we are very lucky. We have a very diverse community. Unfortunately, we didn't have our culture day last year, so I want this year to be bigger and better, Year 9s. I'm talking food stalls, I'm talking music, I'm talking runways, something that actually screams, we at Sydney Russell have culture. Now, why should you believe me? Why should you listen to me? I had the pleasure last year of hosting, well, not hosting, but helping out with an iftar event. For those of you that don't know, iftar is basically a dinner that happens in Ramadan for Muslims to break their fast. Now, it's great, it was amazing, I learned so much, but we need to broaden that out more. We need to celebrate all cultures, all religions, all types of people. So I'm suggesting Diwali nights, I'm suggesting Lent dinners, bigger and better, Year 9s. I've had the experience, I know what I'm doing, I've spoken to teachers. In fact, I spoke to Mr. DeMarcus this morning, which leads me on to my next point. Building an interlinked community via charity events. Our school already do a lot for the local community. Let's broaden that out further. I'm talking a charity ball, dinner, fancy dress, live music. And again, I've had these conversations, so I know what I'm talking about. I've had the experience. Year 9s, if you told me back when I was in Year 9 that I would be stood here today, I would have never believed you. But to be here has taken resilience, confidence, independence, and that has gotten me here because of the things that I've had to endure. I don't want you to struggle. I don't want things to get easier for you now that they become harder in the long term. Year 9s, you have a voice, use it. Do not let anybody tell you otherwise, that you cannot do what you want to achieve, because I promise you, when you push yourselves, you get to places that you thought you never could be. I'm not a perfect student, but I take no shame in that, because if I was perfect, I wouldn't be where I am today. Year 9s, push yourselves, and remember that whatever happens, make sure that you try your best. Thank you.
Good morning, Year 9. Now, can I see a quick show of hands? Who here finds homework and queuing up for lunch annoying? Okay, so most of you find this annoying. Now, who wants this to change? So most of you as well. But has this been considered and resulted in a change? No. No, it hasn't. And this is the main problem. Students have ideas and opinions and perspectives on ways to improve the school, but they are not heard out. If this cycle continues of students desiring change but not getting it, the school will not progress nor advance. I have ideas on ways to make these systems more efficient and more organized. For example, I would love to post the canteen's menu on Teams and Edulink so those students know what they want to buy and the lines will go faster. However, I cannot dictate what each and every one of you wants, because you are all unique and have your own voice. Now, if you make me student principal, I pledge to channel that voice and direct it towards those in charge. I will take your ideas and implement them in a way so that not only does your voice have significance within this school, but will also benefit everyone else. I will do this by creating a form where students can submit their suggestions. This will be read through by the student council and staff, and if it's verified by us, then we can send it out in a survey to the rest of the community to see if it will be a benefit for everyone. To increase the number of useful ideas you can provide us with, I strive to create a culture of students supporting students. This means I want students alike to collaborate and communicate with each other, come together. If you have a bad day, you'll have more people to help you persevere through that mental journey and allow you to emerge stronger. This can be done via a multitude of ways. You can have a mentoring program where older students aid younger students. You can have competitions between different students in your favorite hobbies. You can play video games and sports and gain queue jump passes. Now you might be thinking, why should you earn prizes for playing hobbies? But that's the thing. People do not realize the skills that you gain from doing hobbies. Discipline. Because when you start out at that hobby, you will most likely be bad at it. It shows your interest, it shows your personality, and most importantly, it shows that you will always strive to improve yourself. Now, I would not be standing here today if I did not have full confidence in my ability to lead you. But I am standing here talking to all of you, not using a script, because I am able to change what I say, just as I am able to change this school and change the actions I take to support all of you. And I have no doubt that if I receive your support, I will be able to change this school. Let us transform this school into an even greater place than before, a place where students can not only attain their academic potential, but enjoy their time at school with their friends, and actually be able to look back and see how precious their time in this school was. So I leave you on this. If you want change, and you want it to be beneficial to you, vote me for student principal. Thank you for listening.